If you're wondering how to build a capsule wardrobe this winter 2024 that will stand the test of time, today's video should help. Today I'll be sharing the autumn to winter switches that I'll be making in my own wardrobe. If I could only choose 15 pieces from my rail this winter, what would they be and why? Plus, how can you style them all together in a really wearable fashion? Well, I do personally like to sprinkle in the fashion trends here and there throughout the season. It's always those classic, classy and timeless winter outfits that I reach for year after year. And autumn winter trends are generally a collection of classics reinvented anyhow. So it does make it a particularly easy season to mix and match with. A portion of today's video has very kindly been supported by Lilysilk. I chose some absolutely stunning knitwear this month, so I'm very much looking forward to sharing what I chose a little bit later in this video. But first, let's get started on this rail. So let's start this capsule wardrobe with coats. Very much needed in my humble opinion at the moment. Through autumn, I've loved styling my new in trench coat. Of course, another classic and very timeless piece that I do get an awful lot of wear out of. But generally, in this country at least, the opportunity to wear a trench coat is pretty short-lived. So practicality for something a little bit warmer has to win. So my first key piece for that perfect winter capsule wardrobe this 2024 would have to be a long wool winter coat. Now, while I absolutely don't think you need to have exactly the same coat that I have, let me quickly share with you now why I went for this particular style over some of the others that I have. One, it's tailored. Tailored coats just always look classic no matter which shade you decide to go for. Two, it's got sharp shoulders, which I personally really love, but it's also another easy style tip for when you want to give your outfit ideas a little more edge. Three, it's long. But both from a warmth and an aesthetic point of view, I do much prefer a long wool coat rather than some of my cropped options when we get to winter. And four, it's quite a straight cut. Now, if you look across the high street at the moment, there are lots and lots and lots of different wool winter coats that you can buy at the moment, but a lot of them have that quite baggy, slouchy, tie at the waist kind of vibe about them. I do like those, and they can absolutely have their moment within your outfits, but I think if you're looking for those key pieces this winter, something tailored instead of the baggy alternatives is probably a much better option. I think it's fair to say I have a bit of a thing for blazers all year long, really, so I don't like to let the small matter of freezing cold weather outside dissuade me from wearing them. So an easy style tip is to either take one of your classic favourite blazers and style with, say, a roll neck underneath that's made from cashmere or merino, something that's going to keep you warm and enable you to wear that over the top. Or another option would be to switch it out for a heavier alternative instead, like I have with this beautiful velvet option. Now, I do think that velvet and winter go together like apple pie and custard, and there's no denying how rich and sumptuous and luxurious it feels to wear velvet when it gets cold outside. But aside from how it feels, I just personally absolutely love how velvet looks. It's warm and luxurious and naturally classy to look at, and I think it's incredibly chic and refined looking all by itself. Plus, a sign of a very good capsule wardrobe is that I could style this one with virtually every piece I have decided to add onto my rail. Now, burgundy is of course the colour of the season, so no big surprises really that I had to add this lovely roll neck into my winter capsule wardrobe. But whether you actually want to dip your toe in that colour fashion trend or not, I do find that roll necks just generally are one of my most worn items of knitwear as we move through these colder months. I love the idea, of course, of wearing my open fluffy knit cardigan with a little cami underneath, but unless it's an inside only outfit, it's just way too cold to wear it. Roll necks are just classics and they're practical. Now, I personally really like to go for roll necks that are quite high in the neck, often doubled with the rib knit yarn as well, like this one is. But I don't like it if the circumference around the neck is too tight because it just feels way too restricting. I also much prefer to go for longer roll necks like this one, just so I've got more options with the styling, because obviously I can tuck that in if I'm wearing it with a pair of high-waisted jeans, but say I'm wearing something quite tight fitting on my bottom half, I do much prefer the jumper to have a longer line so it sits sort of just below my bum really. I also decided to add this classic cashmere crew neck onto my rail as I felt like I needed another knit that was really simple and minimal for everyday wear. I am now a little spoilt for choice on the knitwear front because my beautiful order from Lilysilk has just arrived. So let me show you what I chose and of course how I would style it together this winter. So one item that just jumped in my basket before I even had time to blink was this beautiful wrap cardigan. So this has been made from one of my favorite yarn combinations of cashmere and silk. I do also find that having that silk element really helps the cashmere to retain its shape and last for longer. So as you can see, I've gone for it in this beautiful mottled grey, but it's also available in a lovely light aqua tone. Now that wrap shape does feel very luxury loungewear, but it would definitely be a shame to only save this for the house. And besides which, I think it makes a beautiful addition to this particular winter outfit. Definitely a standout piece I would like to show off. Next up in this winter capsule wardrobe, I chose a complete classic, but strangely something I didn't already have in my wardrobe. One beautiful cable knit jumper. Now actually, the only cable knit I have in my wardrobe already is a roll neck, and it's quite heavy to wear actually. So I was looking for something that felt lighter, but still gave me that same warmth overall, which this one absolutely does. So it's been made from 90% wool and 10% cashmere, and it's got this deep V and slightly oversized shape. So it just feels like that perfect everyday kind of knit that we will often reach for throughout winter. Now my third outfit from Lilysilk is a tracksuit, but this is no ordinary tracksuit. Made from 70% wool and 30% cashmere, this loungewear set is so ridiculously comfy. It's going to be very hard ever wanting to leave the house. So as you can see, it's got quite a boxy shape and gladly not coming up too cropped. Plus I think having the hood is a nice detail, particularly if you're wanting to wear it out and about and style it underneath, say, some of your blazers or over the top of your coats. For ultimate comfort, I decided to go one size up in both the hoodie and the trousers. Plus, of course, they are elasticated, and then you've got that lovely wide shape at the hem too. And last but by no means least, I've gone for one incredibly timeless looking outfit. One absolutely stunning mulberry silk skirt that I've styled with a classic cashmere crew neck. Do really love a long silky skirt throughout winter, and I love the look even more when it's styled against knitwear for that wonderful contrast you get with the textures. The outfit feels very sophisticated, of course, but going for it in a classic navy makes it feel a bit more understated for me, which I do really like. Definitely pieces that will last a lifetime in my wardrobe. All I need now is David to take me somewhere lovely to wear it. I've added links to everything I chose at Lilysilk this month, plus my discount code in the description box below. So at the end of this video, please do click the links and take a look at that beautiful new collection for yourself. Now during autumn, I've been wearing lots of pretty short sleeve blouses like this and just simply adding a cardigan as an extra layer over the top. And while that can look really lovely, it's getting a bit chilly for it now, so I've decided to switch them out. Now keeping a really tight winter capsule wardrobe of just those key essentials, I would advise thinking about adding a denim shirt. Now we have of course seen a resurgence of double denim looks across the social media and the high street recently. And even if you don't really buy into trends, a classy and very classic looking version of the denim shirt is never going to date. Plus of course that deep denim shade is really lovely for winter, and it's also again going to mix and match with the other colours that I've chosen for my rail. Now next up in shirts and blouses, I had to choose at least one Chloe for my rail. My absolute favourite, if you only buy one blouse, make sure it's this one. But this time I've decided to go for it in the navy because again I was thinking about all the different colours, slightly darker, more sumptuous looking autumn winter colours I've decided for my rail. This one is made from 100% silk and it's got that beautiful floaty, goes with just about everything shape, so an easy pick for my winter capsule wardrobe. And then sticking with those key essentials for this particular winter capsule wardrobe, I opted for something a little bit trend-led but still very much in keeping with my style, with this beautiful 100% silk leopard print blouse. The print adds a nice dimension to my rail. It's also going to work really nicely with all those tones and different pieces that I've chosen to add, while at the same time adding a little nod to one of the big fashion trends. Timeless winter outfits, for me at least, would often mean styling a pair of tailored trousers with a beautiful blouse or a gorgeous knit. So attempting to keep this part of my capsule wardrobe small and very minimal was a bit of a challenge. So I've managed to narrow it down to just 2 pairs. Now I know you all appreciate me being very honest, so I will say these are not the thickest pair of trousers I have in my wardrobe. So in lots of ways, as we think about cold weather and moving into winter, it would be slightly ridiculous to not add your thickest pair. However, I absolutely love these. I reach for them all the time. I love the shape, I love the fit, and they go with just about everything. So it would be crazy of me to not add them into my winter capsule wardrobe, and it would be dishonest of me to not say that there's something I would wear on repeat. I will say, however, that when it's really, really cold outside, I'll just wear them with my tights underneath. That way I get the warmth that I need, but I get the style and the shape of the trousers that I love. Plus, another great thing about this particular pair of trousers is that they're smart enough to dress them up with, say, a blazer and make it look like a suit for work, etc. But equally, there's something about them that can easily be styled down and made a lot more casual when I'm pairing them with things like my knits. So a very versatile piece which I had to add in. And coming in with the silver medal on my trousers for winter would have to be this wool pair that I've gone for in the pastel blue. Now, I actually have these in both a pastel pink and the pastel blue, but because of the colours I've chosen for this autumn winter, I thought going for the light blue would probably mix and match the best. And the idea of a capsule wardrobe is all about how many different outfits you could make by adding in that piece. If you add in one of those core pieces and it's not going to make at least 5 outfit ideas, there's probably not much point adding it in. And although it is a lighter shade of blue, I actually think that works with both the burgundy, those deep navies, and I even think it works with the leopard print too. Now, a little bit like my trousers, I did struggle when it came to jeans because I just reach for them on an everyday basis. I do wear jeans an awful lot. So I've decided to add 2 pairs into this winter capsule wardrobe. However, I think if you're not as much of a jean wearer as I am, do you really need to add 2? I would just pick your favorite, goes with everything, perfect fit, makes you feel great, most flattering pair of jeans you own, and just have that 1 pair in your wardrobe. But I'm allowing myself 2 because I do wear them on repeat. So they're both high-waisted, straight leg pairs of jeans, but one is in a light blue denim wash and the other is in a dark denim. If you're thinking particularly about the fashion trends this season, dark denim is more on trend, and probably actually thinking about it goes better with the other colours on my rail. However, I do really like the contrast of light wash denim jeans against some of these darker tones. So I know I'm going to get lots of use out of them both. I'm really justifying that to myself, aren't I? I know I will. Outfit 10. Skirts and dresses. Now, as you've probably gathered on my YouTube channel, throughout summer I do love a pretty dress or 2 when at the beach. In summer I do seem to prefer that quite bohemian, quite ethereal looking dress, and often of course made from cotton and really soft linens. And while I do like the bohemian fashion trend that's big this winter, and I do have a sprinkle of that throughout my outfits, in general when it comes to my dresses in winter, I do seem to lean towards something a bit more classic instead. So on that train of thought, thinking about skirts, this would be a perfect example. Now, I did toy with adding in my taupe version, so I didn't feel like I'm being so safe, or perhaps even my slightly shorter version that I've got in a crew. But then I thought to myself, what is this video about? If I could only choose 10 or 15 pieces from my winter capsule wardrobe, what would those items be that I would truly wear on repeat? And the truth is, it would be the long black skirt. It's not out there or experimental or particularly look at me, but it is wholeheartedly a classic, and it will style with everything else I've chosen to put on my rail. And I think that's often where people can go wrong when creating a capsule wardrobe, because they think they need to make it a bit more cool or a bit more trendy or something a little bit different, and they're forgetting about what their true personal style is and also what they actually reach for on a day-to-day basis. So while I'm all for experimenting with our fashion because it's fun and that's what it's meant to be, it's really important to make sure you're adding what you'll actually wear at the same time. And a classic for me, like a long satin skirt, has just got wearability written all over it. But on the flip side of that very classic looking skirt, it is of course the season for a little bit of sparkle. I recently got this one down from the attic actually, so a bit of a newfound love for it, and I think it will definitely see me through sequin season. Yes, it does tick a trend box at the moment, and it is of course a lot more glam than my long black skirt. However, if there's one season that it's going to get an awful lot of wear, it would definitely be through winter. Also, a favourite outfit combination is those two together. Absolutely love that. And then staying with sequins for a moment, I actually decided to add this very sparkly and quite heavy number actually into my winter capsule wardrobe. This for me definitely ticks that out box. I've only added one of this style of dress because I think there's only one that you need, but also on a normal basis, if we're going out for dinner, I'll often wear jeans and a blouse and just pair it with a pair of heels, or maybe my tailored trousers and a knit even. Even for out, I do go quite low-key most of the time. But on those special occasions when you feel like getting dressed up, and lots of Christmas parties obviously coming up, this is the dress that I would wear. It is a bit of a pain to wear with tights, I must admit though, because you always catch your tights in the sequins. I'm not sure there's any way to fix that, just go bare legs, but then it's freezing. But anyway, it's not about keeping warm in that one, it's about looking very glamorous. And then heading back into my real world, say 90% of the time, I decided to go with this long denim dress that's new in my wardrobe a couple of months ago. I know this one is a bit of a Marmite piece with lots of you, but in actual fact, I have worn it again and again and again. I really love it. And as this is my winter capsule wardrobe, it does make a lot of sense to put it in. It feels really nice to wear against my skin as it's obviously made from cotton. You've got long sleeves, even though mostly I seem to roll them back from a styling point of view. It comes with a tie, but you can equally change up the styling and add a belt like I have today. You can wear it with long boots and tights underneath to keep you a little bit warmer. And on top of that, if it wasn't versatile enough as it is, you can also add a jumper over the top and make it look like a denim skirt. So for all of those many reasons, I think it's a classic for my winter capsule wardrobe. Now, I didn't actually include accessories in those 15 key items for your own winter capsule wardrobe, mainly because I just wanted to focus on the clothes and get that part really right. But also I believe that accessories are so important to an outfit idea. I never actually switch mine out from summer or winter. I do keep them all in my wardrobe. They make it so easy to change the style of an outfit or bring it really up to date. And plus it's often a really cost-effective way to do that. So I do think having a really good selection of accessories in your own capsule wardrobe is a must, because you will find them invaluable when you're mixing and matching those different outfit ideas. Maybe I should do a dedicated video on accessories for a capsule wardrobe. That might be an idea actually. So do let me know in the comments if that's something you'd like to see. But things like having a good selection of belts in your capsule wardrobe can be so handy. Scarves and handbags and clutches. And that's before we even start thinking about lovely hats that we can wear throughout winter. Making sure you add the right accessories into your wardrobe means that ultimately you can keep your capsule wardrobe really tight and down to those 15 pieces. And then if you have a good selection of accessories, you can then make so many more different outfit ideas just from that core 15. So yes, perhaps for another video, we should delve into accessories a little bit further. Ultimately, with my fashion and styling videos, I aim to be helpful. So hopefully today's video has given you lots of ideas of how you can create your own winter capsule wardrobe. I naturally have quite a classic style, but then sometimes I'm in the mood for a little bohemian spirit, or I fancy something a little bit sparkly. And that is absolutely okay. I always believe, be you 100% wholeheartedly, and let your own personality shine through in your wardrobe. Just focus on making the perfect capsule wardrobe that you will actually wear, and you'll find that that rail of clothes will almost make the outfits themselves without you needing to try very hard at all. Don't forget to take a look at that beautiful new collection from Lilysilk. The links and the discount code are in the description box below. And if you're new here and feeling generous, a thumbs up is very much appreciated. Have a wonderful week, everyone, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you all in the comments. Take care.